Matthew Shepard was beaten, robbed, tied to a fence, and left in the cold to die outside Laramie, Wyoming on October 7th, 1998. Decades after his murder, I traveled to the site to be there for Matthew in his darkest moment. On the way there, I picked sage flowers near the I-80 on-ramp, very possibly the same route that killers drove out of Laramie as they beat him in the truck. Holding the flowers, I thought about how terrified he must have been on that ride. The site itself was difficult to find. No one in town seemed to know exactly where it was. There was no marker, no monument, nothing to acknowledge that dark moment. Even the fence was gone. At the intersection of Pilot Peak Road and Snowy View Road, a brown street sign stood where time had changed the landscape. Once a desolate stretch, now a rural field dotted with distant homes. Just beyond it, a no trespassing sign revealed the destination, warning us away as if to push back even against memory. There, I stopped and turned counterclockwise in a circle as I released flowers into the Wyoming wind. With this gesture, I aimed to connect with him across time, to be there for him, to bring peace to his anguish, to offer a breath of compassion filling the air he once breathed. As the flowers lifted on the breeze, I imagined them entering the space between us, the very air Matthew once breathed in his last moments. Though his eyes were bloodied, though he was already fading, I thought of bringing them close to his nose so he could smell them as a final act of dignity, tenderness, and humanity. As I continued pulling the flowers into the air, their stems lay bare. I was left clutching raw, bent sticks. I thought of all the suffering endured and all the suffering yet to come. In their crude shape, the stems became the fence in my hand, the rough reminder of Matthew's last hours. I lifted them to my lips and kissed them. He was no longer there. He is in the air we breathe.